It was good. It's rap mythology, the reincarnation of Ramakrishna, a Heyoka Empath, bringing that brand new flavor in your ear. So I'm kind of in the woods and the light is coming through the trees a little funny, so that's why my face look like this. So apologize for that, but let's get it popping. Today I'm talking about some of these narcissistic teachers that I had in elementary school. You know, I had no idea I was a Heyoka Empath when I was in 6th and 7th grade and whatnot. And so I want to talk about how these covert narcissistic teachers are heavily prevalent in the school system. Okay, so I had this teacher, Miss Banks, in 7th grade. She's a Caucasian woman. She had to have been about 50 years old at the time. All right, and Miss Banks had this thing about her where she didn't like seeing young black children be confident in the classroom. I can only imagine what a teacher's pet was to her. Like a teacher's pet to her, because the teacher's pet that was in my class, oh man, she adored her. You know what I'm saying? She adored this girl. So a teacher's pet is like such good energy supply for a covert narcissist in the school system. So now Miss Banks fucked my head all up, son, as far as trusting teachers, because like she made me see that my intelligence was being judged by people that weren't being fair to me. You know what I'm saying? And it made me question my level of intelligence at a young age. So I got in trouble a lot for not doing well in school, not behavior-wise, but grade-wise. And so I had a lot of anxiety dealing with school when I was younger. And Miss Bates could sense this about like my parents or whatever, that they were a little strict. You know what I'm saying? So she used this against me, you know what I'm saying, to get me in trouble, you know what I'm saying, to make me doubt myself and to have a lack of confidence. Now I don't know if she was totally doing this consciously, you know what I'm saying? Maybe she was or whatever, but this is my story. This is what happened. Mind you, I had a covert narcissist stepmother while I'm going through all this shit. So she couldn't get me for behavior. So she used my grades against me and my peers and my friends. She tried to turn them against me and stuff like that. Like some of my friends was like from the projects or whatever. You know, some black kids in the class, their parents didn't really give a fuck, so they could kind of do whatever they want or whatever. Our parents wasn't as strict. I shouldn't say like that. Parents wasn't as strict. You know what I'm saying? So they could kind of get away with more shit in class. So one day, one of my mans did some crazy shit in class. You know what I'm saying? So she pulls me and like two other white people, you know what I'm saying, at the end of class, and she's like, yo, if y'all don't tell me who did this or whatever, you know what I'm saying, who did that crazy thing in class, it was some type of punishment she had or something like that. Like, you can't go to lunch, or you're gonna have to do an extra assignment, some shit like that. So the two white people, they sitting there, they not saying nothing or whatever. So I'm like, yo, I'm the man at lunch. Lunch is lit, you know what I'm saying? Fucking Corey did it, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm trying to get out of here. Like, come on, let's go, man. Corey did it, whatever, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So this bitch goes to fucking Corey and was like, well, Vaughn said that you was the one that did the shit in class. You know what I'm saying? And like put us against each other and shit like that. I'm thinking that I told her, she knows who did it. We moving on and shit. This bitch goes and tells the other kid he's the one who told on you. You know what I'm saying? So now we beefing with each other and shit. So after a semester or two, she's giving me like D's and shit. I'm getting into it at home. I start catching on to her game and shit. I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? I started catching on to her game. I'm an empath, but I have no clue about it. So I could kind of feel her energy, right? So I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? So she gave out quizzes like every other day. You know, it was a big part of our grade, these spelling tests and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, my attendance is good. You know what I'm saying? At home front parents got home doing my homework and shit like that. But I'm having issues because of the anxiety. I'm having issues in her class or whatever. So I started cheating on the tests. So I kept my grades like from an 80 to a 95 and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting good grades on the test, homework done, attendance good or whatever. She has no idea I'm cheating. I realized she couldn't see that well. So I you know what I'm saying? I seen her weakness and used that against her, like she was fucking using my weakness and shit against me. I started playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Yo, tell me why she still gives me a C, yo. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the marking period. I tried to finesse my way. I didn't want to make it too obvious, so I'm like, yo, he's definitely get a B plus. She gave me a C, and then you know how they put an explanation, right? Like student didn't hand in some homework or pleasure to have in class. Like they have an explanation after the grade. No explanation after the grade. Just C. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what you do. Like, this is what I'm giving you. And I had no confidence to fight it back then. You know what I'm saying? I had no confidence to be like, you know, I cheated too. So I couldn't be like, you know, as an adult I would have. But back then I couldn't tell my parents, oh, you know, she should have gave me a B plus. I just took the C or whatever. But I should have went back to her like, look at my grades. How can you give me a C? You know what I'm saying? I should have fought. But I lacked the confidence to do that at the time. She gave me in-house suspension for selling a piece of chocolate for $1. You know, in my school, you weren't allowed to sell candy. It was Easter or something like that. You know, I ran across this candy, didn't really want it. I sold it for $1. You know what I'm saying? She must have seen the transaction or some shit like that, sends me to the office. I'm like, cool, whatever. I probably get, you know, detention, maybe a little write-up or something. I'm not thinking nothing of it. I'm walking to the office. She peeks her head out the classroom and says, walk faster. Walk faster to the office. You're walking too slow. Walk faster. You know what I'm saying? I looked out, turned around and looked at her and shit. I kept walking at the same pace. I'm like, what the hell is this chick talking about? Walk faster. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Didn't say nothing, just looked at her, kept walking at the same pace. She writes in the report for the suspension report that I was rude to her, that I talked back to her, made up this whole, exaggerated the whole story. I get beat by my parents, you know what I'm saying? In trouble, in-house suspension, the whole 9 yards, you know what I'm saying? And the bitch lied, you know what I'm saying? She lied. Now, my narcissistic stepmother made me out to be this liar or whatever, so I couldn't really, I didn't feel like I could fight. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't have the confidence enough to fight the situation and shit. You know what I'm saying? And just had to deal with the whole situation. So I had a lot of anxiety or whatever in school. You know what I mean? So the covert narcissist teacher is very prevalent in the educational school systems in America. So now once I got into college, I was a beast. Any teacher, no teacher was ever going to play me like that, especially when money was on the line and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, there was a male teacher that I had. It was an easy class. You know what I'm saying? Teaching you how, giving you study skills or some shit, like teaching you how to study or some shit like that I took. Yo, the first test or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He fucking hands the test out. I have a 70. And I knew, I'm like, yo, no fucking way. This class is way too fucking easy. No way I should have a 70 on this test. I'm fucking pissed. He's going up and down the desk, handing out the test and shit like that. I see the test. I'm like, what the fuck is this, yo? Slammed this shit on the floor, got up out my desk and just stormed out the fucking classroom. You know what I'm saying? Pissed. I like shocked everybody and shit. Like, damn, what's his problem or whatnot? I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? Threw that shit on the floor and just stomped out the classroom, fucking slammed the door and shit. You know what I'm saying? Pissed, yo. I'm fucking walking outside. I'm walking, the class is going on. Yo, I'm walking up and down the hallway outside the classroom like, yo, I'm about to fight this nigga, son. The fire in my heart is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm pacing up and down the forth. I'm pacing back and forth up and down the fucking hallway. The class is over and shit, right? I go up on this nigga like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We got to talk about this because this shit ain't right here. Like, I don't know what you thinking or whatever, but this is not right. We need to talk. You know what I'm saying? Tell me why you changed my grade to an 85, B. Tell me why my grade got changed from a 70 to an 85, son. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing with these fucking teachers out here, man. You know what I mean? You can't play me. So, as an adult, you know what I'm saying? I had the strength to fight. Yo, I had to fight all my teachers that semester. You know what I'm saying? I remember, to get straight A's, yo. I asked my dad, can you pay for my trip to Thailand if I get straight A's and shit? You know what I'm saying? He told me I had to get a 3.8 average, and I wound up getting a 4.0, but I had to fight for all them A's. I had to go to all the teachers like, yo, this is my grades. Teachers were trying to say, well, your attendance. I'm like, what attendance? I was like, nigga, I got great, all my papers is good, all my fucking tests is good. I'm like, I got kids, I got different responsibilities. Like, I'm an adult, you know what I'm saying? You can't fucking knock me for no damn attendance. Like, all my grades is good. So, yeah, I'm going to leave that one there. You know what I'm saying? The Reincarnation of Ramakrishna. I got a few more posts to make. We're going to get through these. All right? Peace.